Hey everybody, Nick here, and just give me a quick second here. I'm going to see if I can pull up the chat on my tablet that's right off the screen here, and then hopefully I'll be able to interact with you guys a little bit better. I deeply apologize. On my phone, it's actually very difficult to see the chat coming by. Here we go. Very difficult to see the chat coming by. Sorry about that. Got recursive jackassitude there. All right. Now let's see here. Can I show the chat? Show me the chat, you bastard. Come on. Are you going to fight me? Why are you going to fight me? Ah, there we go. Beautiful. And live chat. There we go. Alrighty. So, let me just drape this with a little bit of, there we go. Okay, a bunch of people are coming on in. Hey, everybody. So, anyways, let's go on ahead and jump on into things. First off, thank you everybody for for joining in there. Thank you everybody for the kind words. Thank you, by the way, for the outpouring of support when the whole wedding thing happened. That was kind of unexpected, but it was fun to sit at the reception and just watch that jump in there. Then finally, one of the notes. Speaking of the whole wedding thing, this is not my ring. I'm aware of this simple fact. In fact, this is a placeholder sort of ring. My current one is getting sized, and so actually my jeweler, Lewis Jewelers in Ann Arbor, was able to hook me up with this little guy. It's just a little sterling silver sort of an affair. But the thing is, it's a great choice to have. It's a good idea often to have a backup, especially if your ring is a little on the pricier side. Oh, actually, my ring's cheaper than most of my watches. But nonetheless, to have something is sort of a backup, especially if you're going to be outdoors and doing so, or traveling, frankly, in an area where you don't want something quite as flashy. So that's what you see in here. Just pick that guy up here today. But there you go. Let's see here. Oi, oi, oi. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Now, actually, before I go any further, I got to tease. You guys know me. Before I go any further, this is actually a pivotal moment in the history of this channel. Right here, you all are witnessing history because this particular service that delivers me crappy knives every night, or every month, that is, has been slipping lately. Not that they've been delivering worse knives, but they've been delivering better ones, and that's terrifying to me because, frankly, I have no use for a service that sends me a mediocre knife, a decent enough sort of thing. I have no reason for any of that kind of thing, and so if this isn't terrible, I think I'm just going to have to cancel. But the thing is, luckily, I am prepared. I am prepared for this to be a reasonable, okay, decent knife, as they've been the last few times. Because up there in the closet, over there, everybody's got skeletons in their closet. I have Z-Hunters in my closet. Yeah, I've got some pretty terrible stuff up there. I've not actually witnessed a lot of it, but yeah. So anyways, there you go. And then people are asking me what my, the watch is. This is actually I've shown this on Instagram, but I don't think I've shown it here. This is actually an interesting piece. This is a diver from Mark & Sons. It's a German company and whatnot. They sent this guy along, full disclosure, for review. It's interesting. It's a very nice watch. Like, it's 95% of a really nice watch. Like, accuracy-wise, they're doing okay. Movement-wise, it's a solid movement. The case is good. The bracelet is actually quite good. It's got an expanding quick-adjust system here, which is great. But then they screw up little things. Like, you can see here the 12 o'clock indices are misaligned. And little details like that. So, it's an interesting piece, but I'm wearing this guy just because, well, yeah. So, anyways, that's that. So, let's go on ahead and, yeah, let's jump on into this. All right, moment of truth, people. Are we going to have a piece of crap? I hope so. Here we go. As always, this has been transferred into another box. And let's see what we got here. Ready? Here we go. And bam. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. And then, hold on, is this actually freaking mirrored? It's actually freaking mirrored. Great. A mirror edge. Ugh. Hold on. It's time to fire up the bat cycle there. Alrighty. Here we go. Wow. So we've got ourselves a couple of excellent details here already, looking at it from the outside. Nice try there, MTech, by the way. Mirror edge to finally freaking reveal me. A couple of interesting features already that I'm noticing. It's, of course, tip down carry, which, why would you allow this to carry well? Why? You've got this nice spray paint finish on here. In fact, if we look closely, we can already see that there is like hair and gunk and stuff trapped in the thing there. You do have some texturing, which is nice. I can't argue with that. The backspacer here is fine. I mean, at some level that's okay. You do have a flipper. I bet this is going to be assisted. I would be very, very surprised if it were not. And yeah, let's go on ahead and pop this little guy open and see how that works. Ready? Ready? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Bam. Actually, that's not so bad looking. Like, okay. Immediately you can see this has a reasonable mirror polish here. Actually, hold on. Let me grab a polishing cloth here so I can take a look and see just how good and or bad and or ugly this polishing actually is. Josh W is saying they must have picked this for you. Yeah, that could well be. Let's go ahead and clean this guy off. And right now I'm actually just using a little bit of eyeglass cleaner, which is generally a good approach for de-gunking things. I don't expect a perfect mirror polish here. I don't expect anything resembling a perfect mirror polish. Frankly, I didn't expect them to try and get this close. But I mean, you can see there's definitely some streaks in here. There are definitely, but honestly, this is a lot better of a polish than one would expect on a freaking M-Tech there. And don't worry, guys, no hashtag face reveal here. The bat signal was raised. But anyways, so it's actually not such a bad polish. Now, that said, check this out. What we have here is very clear evidence that the blade was polished once the knife was already assembled, because you have polish, 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 and it's doing okay. It's pretty consistently polished. And then the moment you get to the area where the wheel would have to be interacting with the handle, they've just abruptly stopped with the polishing. And so it just goes to unpolished over there. Now, look, I mean, in any domain, this is awful. It's not a good polish job. And if a custom maker sent this out, I'd be like, no, nice try again. But in this domain, it's an M-Tech. I can live with that. So I gotta say, I'm impressed with that. This is in fact metal, and it is in fact not a coated blade, which is really unusual coming out of this company here. Yeah, it's tactically cloudy, somebody is saying, and so yeah, I can see that. 316 stainless isn't hard to polish indeed, Diriun. So yeah, this is of course made by my good friend Usa, who designed this guy and handcrafted in China. And frankly, the fact that we're seeing this, I mean, polishing, this probably is polished by hand, by very, very small hands. But yeah, that's a level of give a damn that frankly I don't expect out of an M-Tech there. Let's see here. What else? Okay, now we got to have a little chat right over here. Because take a look at this bottle opener here. This is a bottle opener, a cap lifter, that kind of thing. The problem with this being a bottle opener or a cap lifter is that in order to use it, you cannot have the blade open. Because when the blade is closed, maybe you can get something in there, but at the very least, chances are you can't get your cap up under there. And so in order to use this bottle opener as a bottle opener, you need to be grabbing it in this way. But the problem is, even with my little bitch hands, pardoning the phrasing, that's of course gifted to me by a wonderful YouTube troll, you can see here that I am already up onto the flipper tab and very, very close to being down onto the blade. So this is just spectacular. This just, yeah, so if you want a cap lift, you are risking life and limb to do so, which is fine. That's absolutely a thing. Let's see here. This is hilarious. YouTube is flagging every mention of the term little bitch hands and making me hand review it. But yeah, you're supposed to grab it by the blade for extra leverage. Yes, that is exactly the case. So yeah, that's certainly a thing. The handle, of course, is some variety of pot metal or another. And you can see here that they have not bothered to polish that up as well, although the internal line is a kind of polished-ish. That's not so bad, I guess. It is absolutely assisted, but what do you expect at this kind of price point? The steel, thank you very much, Jean-Pierre. They are just giving us, as always, it's stainless. That's right. Although it's certainly, I don't know how far I would, I'm not sure how far I would trust that one. So, okay, we've got all this going on already. And, yeah, the blade looks die cast. Maybe. They got a nice swedge on here. I mean, design-wise, aside from this whole part of it, this blade's not bad. Because you've got yourself a nice little swedge on the top of the blade here, which isn't bad. You've got yourself a nice grind here. Is that a hollow grind? Actually, we can kind of check. Yeah, it looks a little bit hollowish. I'm using the reflection of solid lines to kind of determine whether there's any hollowosity to that. That's definitely a thing. Let's check for sharpness here. Let me grab a piece of paper while we're at it. Come here, piece of paper. Here we go. All right, piece of paper. And let's see here. Nope. Okay, once you get further down, it is. Yeah, there's a really sharp area right up here. Is there a... Yeah, there's a pretty sizable burr over here. Actually, I'm going to see if I can knock that burr off real quick. Go ahead and use this little guy I showed off yesterday. Oh, yeah, listen to that freaking burr. Let's see if we're back in business. No, it's back on the other side now. All right, hold on. Here we go. Oh, good God, this thing's got some... All it's doing is moving this burr around. I'm not feeling like this is... There we go. I think I'm... No, it's just raised. Hold on. See, this is a nice thing. Sometimes when you're sharpening and you've got a burr that's you're kind of chasing around, a good approach is to drag the blade through. Oh, that's a delightful freaking sound. Is to drag the blade through some cardboard. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, let's see if we're any better off now. This is not functioning as I would expect steel to do. So yeah, we're a little better off here. Okay, no, now there are little areas where the burr is broken off or something. Thank you, Big Facts. Tell your girl I'm gonna take her man. I appreciate very much the sentiment, Big Facts. I'm afraid I don't swing that way, but, yeah. Mirror polish, you can see your disappointment. Thank you, Seven Addis. Oy, 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 oy. So, okay. I mean, final verdict on this guy after a little bit of handling. At some level, it's awful. I mean, barring the mirror polished blade, which makes this seem like they were actually attempting to do something worth a damn here. Like, again, this is an okay knife over here if the steel weren't made of CTM LOL. But this part back here is pretty awful because ergonomically, this, yeah, it's like a bucket of stingrays ergonomically. Not a great plan there. But, it's very easy to access the lock bar here. Let's check for blade play. Yep. Only only horizontal. It's not so bad. But it's a big thing. Ay, ay, ay. I do like the pry bar at the end of this guy because, honestly, a lot of what people do with knives is pry. Even though it's a bad idea, you should never pry with your knife. This at least gives you a surface that's designed to be pried with rather than, although it's a very short little pry bar here. I mean, you're going to have a hard time getting to prying anything with it. So, yeah, you can sharpen it with your own breath. Let's see here. It's not fogging up. I must be a vampire. It would explain some things. Okay, that's interesting. Is it shavable? No. In fact, my hairs are laughing at it. Like, oh, hey, it got one, and maybe it was just that hair's time. I'm not sure. Oh, boy, does that smudge. That is one problem, by the way, with a full mirror polished blade. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. They look absolutely gorgeous. Koenig Knives created recently a Koenig Arius that was fully mirror polished, and it was freaking just beautiful. But unfortunately, it was also freaking very expensive and freaking one of one. But anytime that you carry a mirror polished blade and you touch it with your finger, bam, next thing you know, you got a freaking fingernail there. Go ahead and clean that off so the FBI is not pulling my prints. But anyway, the hairs are shaving the blade. Yes, indeed. Quit tickling yourself with it. Yeah, so final conclusion on this guy, yeah, it's awful. And oh, by the way, as you're pocketing this guy, oh God, as you're pocketing this guy, it's gonna grab, this thing is on the surface. It's gonna grab your pocket and just pull. That's pretty excellent. It's like an Emerson wave, but for the handle to make sure it, I don't freaking know. I just don't see it. Yeah. Yeah, I have no freaking idea. But, I got to be honest, in the grand scheme of crappy blades I've had on the table, this one's bad. It's way worse than some of the recent ones. Let's see here. What recent good bad blades have I had? Actually, all those have all been given away now. But nonetheless, this is not so great. But the thing is, luckily, I've got some things that, I'm sorry, it is not so great, but it's not so great at being bad. It could be way, way worse. And so luckily, I've got some, oh, look at that clip. Look at the clip up here, guys. Oh, man. I almost missed that detail here. Look at the clip hanging up off the top there and bent off the edge. That's really excellent. Centering, thank you very much. Sure Shot is actually right on center, but the blade is canted to one direction. This is interesting. I'm going to see if I can show this off. Probably can't. Can't. No, the blade actually looks like it's rotated off to one side a little bit, like it's twisted. Is the blade actually twisted? Yes, my God, the blade is actually twisted. If I look at this blade, the blade is like actually bent a little bit in this direction. I'll see if I can get that on camera there. But yeah, so you can see here the blade is kind of curling off to one side. That's pretty excellent. Yeah. So it's centered. Could that be how they fixed the centering? No. No. Oh my God. Now, guys, okay, my immediate thought here is that what they actually did was they realized it wasn't centered, and so they just bent the blade until it got centered. I can't believe that. I just can't believe that. Thank you very much there, Peter. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I think that I think that's how they're fixing the centering. So you can cut around corners, says Dark Soul Rising. Yes, indeed. It's got a little bit of a surrealist thing going on. Either way, it's awful, but it's not the best kind of awful. I mean, compared to the dragon knife, this guy is just not that, it's not that awful. I've had way, way worse. Seven Addis says still better quality control than a typical Benchmade. I hope that's no longer the case, but yeah, it probably is. Although I've never seen him send out a bent blade. That'd be entertaining. So yeah. Does this mean I'm canceling my subscription? I think I am, actually, because I have a nice reserve of really terrible knives up there, and I may do something and I'm still trying to figure out the details of this, so, but I may do something where where viewers are able to send in terrible knives that they find out and about, with a purchase price limit of $5, so that way I get the worst of the worst, because I know that you guys, look, the thing is, if I'm relying on these people to curate my crap, I need they're going to make decisions. They might actually strive to provide value. But I know that you all are going to do some pretty awful stuff. You're going to look at things and just go, oh my God, that's terrible, and then send it my way. And so I think that might even be a little bit better. You can still have the fiance can repackage it, etc. But yeah, that's that's a thing. And all Nick got was Benchmade's. Transfer the subscription to Nut and Fancy. Oh, I can so see it. A Dr. Frunky, I think, could do good work. Anyways, Jump Keys, they treat the knife after it's been assembled. Considering that they're polishing the blade after it's been assembled, I wouldn't be too super sharp there. Ay. Sure Shot says you need to review the Boca Bullpup, and thank you, Jump Keys, Sure Shot. It's actually good. That could well be. Boca is a company that does some terrible stuff, and they do some pretty good stuff. So, yeah, anyways, there we go. But I think, in the name of the spirit of the whole affair here, and let me turn off the bat signal real quick. In the name of the spirit of the whole affair, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and reach on into the strategic crappy knife reserve. And Peter Bonsignore, I appreciate the donation very much. Like I said, there are some companies that I'm just not going to work with. Oh God, Mark Tudor just highlights the fact that I called the wife the fiancée. Yeah, I am married indeed. She is no longer the fiance. That's what this is saying. But old habits die hard, people. Seriously. I have absolutely trouble. I have absolutely trouble. That's not even English, guys. I have absolutely trouble. Thank you very much, Vika. Got to make it a $20 limit to compensate for the mall knife. Compensate. That's Guys, I'm having trouble here. For the Mall Ninja Knife Store surcharge. Actually, the other day I was in a mall that had a really good ninja store in it, and I was looking at it, and they had nothing under $35. Given this was in a wealthier area, so this was like for your Fendi and Prada style Mall Ninjas. Yeah, so there may be something to that, but I also don't want people spending $20 on these. It's bad enough that I was spending $20 on these. I'd hate to see you guys do it. So yeah, Sky B asks, Nick, how come you're not going to Blade Show? I was hoping to see you there. Sky, I hear you, and I'm sorry about that. It's just too much. There's too much going on. I got a plan for a freaking honeymoon. I got a whole bunch of stuff going on. So yeah, that's kind of the story here. So I'm going to reach to the very bottom of my crappy knife reserve. And, one of the ones that's been around forever. So, yeah, let's go on ahead and see what's in this little affair right here. Let's see. Do I have labeled who this was from? I want to say that this was actually from my buddy Chuck, who sent this along. Maybe not. I'm not 100%. Jean-Pierre says, I'm worried someone with no taste could kill you with this. That's the problem. Unfortunately, there is a simple, I think the world would be a much better place if you could only be stabbed with good knives. That's a terrible thing to say. That's very morbid, but work with me here. Imagine it were the case that MTEX and zombie knives and things like that just didn't work to hurt anybody. They were just presentation pieces. I think that the world would be a substantially better place, because if anybody, look, if this is like Chris Rock's make guns free but bullets really expensive idea. Same basic idea. If somebody wants to save up and buy a Shabazz to stab me with, you know what? I probably really angered them. And so I've probably earned that. So yeah, that's a thing. And so this is an MTech right here. And it's probably going to be sufficient to stab somebody. That's probably a shame, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and use a decidedly non-crappy knife to go ahead and open this guy up. Let's pull this little guy out. The S90V Spyderco Native right here. And by doing so, we have left a higher value in steel on the packaging of this knife than is inside it entirely. I can already do that. Yeah, be careful, it's ballistic. Yeah, this is going to be indeed the Gucci of knives. You get one stab per sharpening. Oy, oy, oy. So let's go on ahead and see what's inside. The nice part about these MTech boxes is I can do this. Oh, yeah. So, oh, yeah. Guys, now we're cooking with gas. Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Now we're in business, people. Oh, my God, are we in business? Check this little affair out here. I mean, to start with here, we got ourselves a two-element steam, because you got yourself your hot rods. You got yourself your hot rod style fire going up on here. Like that's a nice, but it's on top of water, and so this is like an active firefighting situation. Like Rick Hinderer needs to license this texture, because the fire and the water against each other, that's kind of his shtick, right? This is a perfect first responder knife. Now, hold on, back off. The most beautiful part of this knife, and perhaps the most beautiful part of any MTech that I have ever seen, is right here. And maybe the eagle-eyed among you have already noticed this thing. Let's go on ahead. We got to go macro for this. So we're going zoom. We're zooming in, people. We are zooming in. So check this out. Okay. So over here, we got ourselves our water. We got ourselves our fire. Now look right here. You see this right here and right here? So that is the greasy assist spring. They have textured this knife and done cutouts on this knife in such a way that the assist spring is visible from the outside, covered in grease. They didn't even bother to cover up the pit in which the assist spring falls. And so you've got a nice external assist spring, which I'm just freaking loving. Yeah, easy access indeed. You can get in there and lubricate that without disassembly. It's a feature. Oh, but yeah, hold on. Actually, I want to polish this up a little bit for you guys. Now let's do the slow scroll here. Oh yeah. Look at this gorgeousness. This beauty and freaking grace. I gotta say, look at this paint. It has sort of different coloration depending how you look at it here. Paint. I don't know what this thing actually is. Oy, oy, oy. Then when we flip it over, oh, that's right. We have ourselves the clip. So we got to talk about this little clip here because I don't know what this little clip here is. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I mean, it's supposed to be a pocket clip, although given, it's got a little bit of ramp to it. Holy crap, that's a pretty light spring. Whatever, I can live with it. But the more important thing is, what the heck is it shaped like? I'm getting some kind of a cactus read off of this. Like, if I were to touch down in, like, Ray Bradbury's freaking Venus, I can see that being a thing. Yeah. So that's a pretty excellent little thing right there. I'm absolutely loving that. Interesting. Look, Peter, I appreciate very much. I'm sorry, guys. I'm seeing these comments here. Let's talk about that, Peter. We can talk about that another time or remind me a little bit later. But for the moment, I need to concentrate on this beauty and grace. Seven Addis says, it's like H.R. Geiger and a peacock had sex in the back of a pickup truck on a back road in Texas. I can see that, exactly. H.R. Geiger peacock approach. That's pretty excellent. That is really, really excellent. So, yeah, that's a thing. That's definitely a thing. But the thing is, we haven't yet... Oh, and by the way, look at the effort on the back here. That's right. No effort. No effort is the very best kind of effort. So let's go on ahead and pop this little guy open. Are we ready? Are we ready? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And... bam. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's not as bad as I anticipated it being. I mean, yeah, you've got the fire thing up here. And in fact, you've got 5 different Spidey holes going on. That's pretty excellent. But yeah, that's a thing. I wonder, can you flick this? Can I flick this? Come on. There we go. Yeah, hey, I did it. I pulled it off. Hey, hallelujah. Yeah, what's the term for the people who are afraid of the little? Yeah, you can do it. Oh, for the fear of the unnatural holes. There's a term for that, and I'm sure this is triggering it. Looks like something Brian Dye would make. That's kind of hilarious. But to be fair, I think that Dye would have many, many fewer curves in this guy. It'd be much straighter. So room for 5 different zip ties. Hold on. Hold that thought, people. Hold that thought. Because, yeah, you're right. Come here, zip ties. Oh, excellent. Excellent indeed. So, what my good buddy, who the heck just said that 94547 slew just highlighted is the fact that you can turn this knife into a very, very interesting Emerson Wave style knife. By the way, oh man, look at that freaking thing. MTech is big on the mirrors today. Yikes. But what we can do with this guy is what's called the zip tie mod. Trypophobia. Thank you very much, everybody. What we can do is what's called the zip tie mod, where where you put a zip tie on the top of the knife such that that zip tie will snag on your pocket as you pull it out of there. But the problem with the zip tie mod, at least in my experience, is that generally speaking, the come on. You can tell that these freaking There we go. Is that generally speaking, it's very easy to slip past that and end up missing that entirely. So what this knife offers us that very, very few knives do, and of course I have to dip into my zip tie collection here. What this knife offers us is a second chance zip tie. So we can do that. And let's see here, get a little bit more of a pull here. Oh yeah. Now we can put this guy on here. Give him a little snip. Now we'll put this little guy on here. So if one of these zip ties doesn't catch it, another one's going to have to go there. All right, there we go. So there's that. All right. Oh, I got to tighten that up a little bit more here. There we go. And now we have, let's go with this one right here. Beautiful. The perfect zip tie mod knife right here. All right. Come on. Pop that loose here. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Freaking perfection. So now what we have is a high quality knife mod. That's right, people. I am a knife modder. Oh, yeah. So we now have a zip tie modded M-Tech here. And Jack says it's tipped down. Yes, that is actually the most beautiful part of this, is that it cannot be used in this way. Because the idea of the zip tie mod is you pull it out, it snags on the pocket. Ow, you little son of a... Didn't cut me. We're good here. It did try to take me out, though, because I forgot it's freaking assisted, which just makes this all the more dangerous. Yeah. Oh, man. So... But I do kind of like the zip tie mod. I feel like this really does tie the room together, man. This is absolutely spectacular. Yeah, it's the Infinity Stone holder from China. Ay, 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 ay. Indeed. So let's see if it cuts things. Of course, with all the zip ties on there, it'll be a little harder to have it cut anything, but at the same time, when has that ever stopped? So there is... Oh, I got it to rip briefly. No portion of this blade is sharp. Like, you guys, okay, seriously, you all just saw me open this up. You saw me cut the tape on the back of this box. And yet, this is completely and totally not at all. Oh, no, I got it to rip there. Okay, it does stab. That's something at least. And let's be real here. That's what this is really after. Just zip tie it closed. That might be the better approach. Oh, yeah, the zip ties might be sharper. That's a really good point. Let's see here. Can I... Indeed, the zip ties are sharper than the knife. So that's the thing. You've got 4 different... Oh, yeah. Look at that. Guys, that's intense. We've got ourselves a true cutting tool here. Except... Yeah, not the other way. Ay, 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 ay. This is, it's a bastard file, not a knife. That is, it's a bastard of some variety or another. At least it's beautiful. You keep telling yourself that, Aaron Boyd. You keep telling yourself that. Oi, 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 freaking yoy. So, yeah. Anyways, that is a really interesting, little affair. Let's just put it down there. I'm not sure I'm willing to call something that isn't sharp a knife. Oh, and look how thick behind the edge. The grind's asymmetric. Oh, yeah. This just keeps getting... Oh, look at that thickness back there. Yikes, guys. Why am I not touching the blade? It's not freaking sharp. I can put it wherever I freaking want. Yeah, there it is. Keep it still. You want that as your profile pick? Oh, absolutely. Oh, God, these zip ties make this even more uncomfortable somehow. Oh, yeah, here you go. Profile pick away. What a beautiful freaking thing. This, the Delica, says Ryan Sweeten. Well, it depends on your... Ryan asks a very serious question. Should you buy this knife here or the Spyderco Delica, which is this little guy right here? So that's a really good question because every knife, I think, has its use case. Every knife has a certain situation in which it is really the absolute best and most optimal sort of affair. The Spyderco Delica, I think, is really optimized for everyday carry. It's a really nice knife in that domain. It's very, very, very good. By the way, size comparison. This guy, on the other hand, this has one very specific use case, and that is if you are looking for a knife. Let's say that you are visiting Hawaii right now and you decide that, you know what? I need something to cast into the fires of doom in an effort to show the earth that no, you shouldn't erupt here because we will keep throwing MTEX into you until you stop. That is what this knife is for. And the little zip ties, I imagine, would add a little bit of extra toxic smoke there. So I would argue that this is the perfect knife for throwing into lava spitefully. And this is the perfect knife for everyday carry, or at least a pretty damn close version of it. So, yeah, that's definitely a thing right here. Oh, compared to the Z Hunter, of course. I'm sorry, guys. I am so slacking. Here it is against the Z Hunter. And let's go on ahead and find... Oh, where are you at? Oh, where is that little guy? One other knife that I think kind of excels or exceeds it in its overall craption, and that's this little guy right here. This is another tack force. It's another beautifully contoured tack force, although here the spring is not. Yeah, both of these I think are just the very tip of the sculpting, the spear point, if you will, of tack force sorts of art. MTEC and tack force, of course, both being both being problems. Let's just put it that way. So, anyways, yeah, it's funny how much of a difference a little bit of style can make here. I mean, this guy, it was okay. This is freaking tragic. Absolutely freaking tragic. But that's okay. That's what we're here for. We are all here for tragedy. Tragedy plus time is comedy. And considering we're 36 minutes into this, I hope we've hit comedy at this point in time. So, yeah, this has been a thing. It's been real. Let me look at one other thing up there. I think I've got something from because, I hate to keep beating up on the same knives over and over and over again. Let's see here. No, we've got that little guy. What do we have here? So, I'm a little bit concerned because this is a slightly different brand than usual. An USA Custom from his buddy Custom. Yeah, so we've started off with something that was pretty low-key. Then we moved to something that was maybe a little over the top and benefited substantially from a little bit of modification. So if it's tip up, hold on. So I'm thinking about this. It's a tip down knife. So the zip tie mod won't actually classically work. What it might do is if you can kind of grab the bottom of the handle. Wait a second. Hold on. I got an idea here, people. I got an idea. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves here. Come here, Paracord. Where are you at? Just a second. Paracord. Okay, so we got some Paracord here. By the way, a really nice trick so you could actually learn something today other than don't be like Nick Shabazz. A very nice trick for using Paracord is to actually put the roll inside a Ziploc baggie like this and just kind of feed it in there. That way you can just pull out the length of Paracord that you actually want, and then you've got yourself, well, the length of Paracord that you actually want. That's a nice little detail there. And so, yeah, it's a detail. It's a little thing, but it does make life a little bit nicer sometimes. Then you just tie the end so it won't go back in the bag. There you go. Case freaking closed. Alrighty. And actually, let me just burn off the ends there just so I'm... Watch me catch myself on fire in, yeah. Here we go. Burn that shut. Come here. Catch fire. There we go. Ow. And I blow hot Paracord all over myself. That's nice. People are saying, wow, Nick's a genius. And then I light myself on fire. But that's okay. Remember, all of us are geniuses and not a brilliant man and woman. Let's be real here. At the same time. Yeah. Ow. You can see little chunks of paracord burning napalm residue all over my hands there. And okay, hold on. And we're going out of the holder here. Check this out. That's right. This brilliant man just managed to burn a hole in the surface of his table with hot paracord end. God damn, I'm good. Alrighty. So, anyways, that's a that was perhaps my finest hour. I managed to burn myself and burn a hole in the table, all within the span of like 30 seconds. So, yeah, X-Deuce says, God damn, you're good. Yes, I am. So, okay, but I have a theory here. I have an idea. I have an approach. This knife does not have a lanyard hole. Well, okay, that's not true. In fact, this knife has a series of lanyard holes. Damn it. That's inconvenient. But, so what I'm going to have to do here is, and of course, I burn the end so it can't compress well. Okay, guys, yeah. All right. So I crunched that down a little bit. Now I have a section of paracord that can go through here. Okay, great. So here we go. We got to start here. So now we've got ourselves a nice little lanyard here. That knife is a lanyard hole indeed. You could use a back standoff, but I think this works just fine. So we've got ourselves a nice little square knot here. All the paracord tires are just like screaming at me here. Dragon knot. Safety man forgot the fire rules. I am alas not a safe man. Why is this not working? Guys, I'm sorry to everybody in the Navy who's looking at this. Just like, yeah. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so now what we have here, we have a tip-up knife. A tip-down knife. The thing is, though, the wave feature does not actually allow this knife to deploy. When you pull these zip ties out, they won't do anything. But the idea that I've got here is that if you have a sufficiently long lanyard here, what you could maybe do, so this is clipped into your pocket here, is that you could actually pull the knife up, use these, like hook one of these guys on your pocket, and then as you're pulling up, the paracord, as you're pulling this back out of your pocket, the paracord will pull the handle off to one side as this is stuck on there, and then the whole thing should pop open. Come on, assist. The one time I need you to assist me. What do? You don't freaking assist me. Then we should be able to luxuriously pull this out, and next thing you know, you've got a knife that's deployed. Well, actually, at that point, it would probably be pendling back and forth here and stabbing you in the hip. Yeah, actually, that's not a good idea. I'm not a brilliant man, in case you can't tell by the, burn, the residue on my hand and the fact that I just melted my table and the fact that I've been signed up for this freaking box for like 5-10 months now. Yeah, that didn't quite work. It makes a good blunt flail. That's a thing. That's absolutely a thing. So actually, yeah, that might be the better approach for this guy. Actually, the very best use for paracord on this guy, I think. Here we go. Here's the better use. The best use for paracord with this knife is like so. You take the paracord, you put it through the blade here. Then you take this. There we go. There you go. And let's go on ahead and do one more time here. Perfect. And we'll tie a nice little bow on it. Can I do that? I don't have enough for it. Well, either way. There you go. That's a nice little freaking bow. And then this is a nice reminder. When you reach into your pocket to pull this knife out, that you can't deploy it, you should use a real knife instead. Yeah. So, just tie wave it closed. Anyways, now light the paracord on fire. Look, I already almost burned my place down as it is. So, yeah. Okay, anyways, back at the ranch. Throw that on the floor behind me. Hope the floor isn't damaged to lit on fire somehow. Where is that lighter, by the way? Okay, good. We're all set here. Alrighty. So now we have come to our perhaps the climax. I don't actually know what's in this box, so I'm sure it's going to be excellent. But here we go. There is this little guy right here. This is a tiger. Like, rawr, tiger. Now, I take a look at this right here. Take a look. Normally I don't spend much time on the packaging because it's just uniformly horrifying. But, you did just see a Hanan, Spyderco Hanan. This is interesting because what this means is that they have they had this box already printed, and then they wanted to add in this patent. Now, what I'm wondering here is that there are two solutions here. One means that previously, whatever piece of crap is inside this box was not patented, and now it is, and so they wanted to update that. Or somebody screwed it up, and we're about to find out which. Let's go ahead and pour a little bit of booze onto there to just kind of loosen that whole affair up a little bit. No, I'm not going to light it on fire, or at least, where's that light? Yeah, no, I'm not going to light it on fire. But now let's see what we got going on underneath there. Okay, almost there. Oh, yeah, look at this. Ladies and freaking gentlemen, look at this. What we have here is the fact that these folks were proud enough of their patent that they changed it. They felt the need to update the cover of this freaking box to tell me that it went from patent pending to actually patented. Now, this is amazing to me. Like, who in God's mind? I don't actually know what's inside this yet. But oh boy, that's excellent. Wow, cool. So whatever is in here, ladies and gentlemen, has been patented. And not only that, it was important enough that they tell us about this patent that they bothered to put a sticker on there to conceal the fact that it is no longer pending. That's pretty speculative. Tyrion says maybe it's using the Demco Scorpion lock. Oh, we are going to see there. So, yeah. Place your bets on whether it's worth a patent. Money is on no, my friend. Money is on no. The box makes me wonder if they've ever seen a tiger. Yeah, maybe they do think that this is a tiger. Maybe. We will see. Intellectual property for the true intellectual. Ay, ay, ay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ready, set, here we go, and bam. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What the heck? No. Sorry, guys. I'm a little verklempt here. Okay. So immediately, actually, the finishing on this ain't bad. Look at this. You've got yourself a sunburst finish on a freaking Batarang knife. That's pretty spectacular. They have put little tiny concentric rings here. I'll macro that in a bit here because this is, and there's the tip. Guys, I'd just like to highlight my finger just found the tip of this knife, which is sticking up out of the handle there. That's some pretty excellent stuff right there. Send it to Dr. Frunky. I don't know. This might kick that BBM out of his pocket. But yeah, so right there, we've got ourselves a nice little sunburst pattern here. We have this whole affair right here, which... So, guys, I get that this... So, this is a funny thing. Like, if I do this, this is unquestionably a bat, right? I read this as a bat. Absolutely. If I do this, this is like a little kitten hanging on there. So what they've actually created here, I mean, right? This is like a little Black Panther kitten kind of thing, right? So what they've created here is a half bat, half kitten knife, which is, I think, really spectacular. I'm a big, big fan of that. But okay, I digress. So we've got ourselves a sunburst pattern. We've got ourselves, let's look at the other side here. Okay, we got the bat kitten on the other side there. A bitten. Yes, indeed, this is a bitten. A tiger kitten. Oh, there you go. It's the demonic Stitch. That's excellent. Yeah, so, yeah. Now, okay. Sorry, I just noticed the clip. Clip is fine. Clip looks reasonable, I guess. But I'd like to highlight the simple fact that when you put this in your pocket, this much of the knife is going to be hanging up out of your pocket here. Which means that, I mean, seriously, imagine walking into... Well, frankly, imagine walking anywhere with this in your pocket. Let's start there. Because this is, of course, although actually it's a little safer than usual, this is, of course, your left side tip down and tip up carry. But oy, this much sticking out of there. So then a couple of people have already come to the realization that this knife is a little more special than some. Here's a flipper tab. Let's press flipper tab. Oh, yeah. Now, here's the other flipper tab. That's right. Oh, this is even... Look, the bat kitten is now like a bat kitten dragon. because this is not what a bat wing looks like either. So you've got a bat kitten dragon wing going on there. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out if that's something on the blade or if that's just the fact that they didn't quite hit the paint gun properly. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got? No, they just didn't paint it right. Take a look at that. Yeah, that's right. They decided they didn't need to paint that section. Ay, 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 ay. So this is pretty excellent here. Ay, ay, ay. Now, of course, if we look over here, thank you, Jump Keys. I'll give you $5. The patent is that it's hiding 2 Kershaws inside. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to continue. This side is a slip joint. Oh no, it finally did lock up. Okay. Like half of this knife is UK legal. It's got like 10% lockup, maybe 5, maybe 2%. But yeah, that's safe. But anyways, oh, did that just break off the detent ball? I think it just did. That's kind of excellent. Ay, ay, ay. No lock stick. No lock stick, at least not on that side. Oh, now there's lock stick over here. How is the center rings? The center rings are pretty abysmal, actually. Let's check for blades play. Serious horizontal and vertical blade play there, and then hide this guy. This one's actually a little bit better. Like this blade here is this is the showstopper of the two, because you've got the bad paint job over here. Surgical stainless, limited edition. By the way, this is a limited edition. ZTKAI. This must be one of theirs. Ay, 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 ay. And then the grind is just spectacular. You can see where they ground off part of the paint here, which is great. Nice swedge going on up here. And then, oh, did I check blade play on the other side? Yeah, I did. Okay. So blades play is pretty bad. Let's be real here. I have to highlight the fact that these feet, which are like 10 feet down this way, contain absolutely nothing. So this is just, like, is there some use for this, maybe? Like, oh, hold on. I think I got it. So if I go with a, so the normal grip approaches don't really work because there's not like hammer or saber. And I just tore into my table shortly after. Oh my God, guys, this table is just going to have a rough time. So now you've got, there we go. You've got yourself a knuckle. Is this like a blade guard for a two-hand? Like, what the hell grip is this even? Brass bat knuckles indeed. Yeah, that's a thing. And so if you're, this isn't like a, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying, is this a hammer grip? What is this thing even? Like, is this saber grip? But reverse grip is the like this knife has crashed my brain. I got freaking nothing for you here. Okay, so back at the ranch here. Let's see if this will. The heck? Oh no, that's just where they ground it off of the. So you can see here that wherever this was poured, they just ground off this edge there. Ay, ay, ay. Now we got to check the sharpness here, and we've got multiple blades to check, so we'll be here a while. Okay. Let's see here. One more time. Then it gets dull. Then there's about a ½ an inch that's sharp. Okay. So this blade is about, oh, let's see here. By the way, what's the blade length on this guy? I mean, it's 2.64 inches, but do you add them together? Is this like a 4.2-inch blade? five some odd. I just don't know. But anyways, or do you do the overall length, or do you just like does the cop just look at it and throw it away? I just don't know. But anyways, of the 2.64 inches on here, I would venture to say maybe 3/4 of an inch is sharp. So that's good. Then let's check the other side here. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. I had high hopes for a second there that this was slightly sharp. Maybe in this direction. What if I flip it around? And I'm having to like lean way the heck back so I don't cut myself in half here. That had maybe, there was a solid 1/8 of an inch there that was pretty sharp. Let's be real here. Oh God, this is awful. Compound grind-ish. Yeah, this is indeed, this is a full-on nightmare grind. As in, I will go to sleep and this will show up in my nightmares. What about the hot spots? Says, let's see here. Fishman. Yeah, so there is one big hot spot on this knife, and that's this area right in here. Like this thing here this is a hot spot. Like basically from like here to about here. This here is a hot spot. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Oh my God. And then when you're pinching this, look at it's like digging into your fingers on either side because this is thin, because it has to be thin in order for this to, oh God, and the one liner has both of them. So that's just, okay. The lockup during the course of this review has gone from about maybe 30%, and now it's at about 70%. So a couple of more flips, and this is going to just be busted in freaking half. Wait, hold on. Now we're closer to 80. Okay, I got to keep trying this. We are about 90 now. Here we go. Are we at 100% now? We're very, very close. We are at I'd say a solid 100%. Okay, didn't fail. Oh, wait, was the blade hitting? Or was the freaking bat? I don't know. Either way, it's freaking terrible is what it is. Yeah. I wonder. Yep, there we go. And we're past. Nice. Yeah, I always like that when you can push the lock bar all the way past. Makes it feel a little like a Shirogorov. Whoops, did I say that out loud? Oh, man. Yeah, so, like, okay, one hand no. Because, like, I'm trying to get a comfortable one-hand grip on this. Maybe a reverse grip is better? No. Maybe if I didn't have little bitch hands, but I just, no. Oh, and then look, the blade isn't even, they're not even attempting to sharpen until about, ay. Must be a Rayot. Wow. That's a, and then, guys, I highlight that when this knife is closed, this is the tip of one of these knives. If this thing were actually sharp, this would be super dangerous. Like, super, super dangerous. Grab the blade, it might be more comfortable. Like, seriously, this thing is just not... There you go, it will cut. Holy crap. Ay. As opposed to a knife that can actually cut things, for instance, the the Spidey Chef. Yeah, that's a thing. You're ruining the value. Stop. Oh my God, cutting that cardboard bent the burr further over. We have on our hands a knife that is slightly softer than cardboard. Guys, this is spectacular. This, my friends, this is amazing. Can the bat head cut? Let's try it. Ah, yo, son of a... And again, the freaking tip tries to get me. Luckily, it's not sharp, so there's no... Guys, if I keep doing this, I'm just going to injure myself further here. Okay, so I've got both of them secured in place. Ay, 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 it's trying to kill me here. So, this is awful. I like the finishing. This is a nice sunburst. Frankly, Omega could learn to learn a couple of things from this dial. But yeah, this is, and you could use it as a scale, maybe. Yeah, I feel like it needs a lanyard hole down here, right? Oh, it doesn't have a lanyard hole. Come on. Yeah, this is just a, this is just a beautiful thing. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's see what we can do here. Because it's already terrible. It's already tried to kill me. Let's see what we can do here. What size is this? Is this even Torx? I feel like this is like cheap budget Torx. Like it's Torx T, like 8.5 or something. And it's a free spinning screw. Rayot confirmed. All right. What the heck? Whoa, okay. So there's that. I've got this pulled out. Hey, honey, I blew our honeymoon budget on hospital bills. Yeah, this is extra dangerous here because this blade is back here and I can't close it because it's assisted. So it's just like, okay, let's keep the blade down here. I'm just going to saw into my table. Okay, good. We've got that popped out. Now this guy's got a little screw in his head. Dr. Frunky must have gotten hold of him. Oh, and then there are these guys over here. Why is there a separate... Oh, those are the stop pins. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. There we go. Remove the blades and hang the handle on the rear view mirror. Indeed. Is that T5? No, it's T6. Okay, good. Okay. And now I'm going to have like twice as many parts as usual because... Yeah. And I have 2 different assist springs here. Oh, what have I done? When I grabbed this freaking thing, it was just like case closed. I feel sorry for the people working. Yeah, okay, that's one thing. We dropped that thread. What the hell did they patent here? Like, at what part of this did the patent office say, yeah, that's pretty cool? And, of course, oh, God. Wait, hold on. How can this even... There we go. Okay, we're good. And of course, now it's shiny and reflective. That's excellent. All right. Hold on. Yeah, so we got our bat knife and our bat jackass. All right. Oh. The hell? Oh, no, that's just a spacer. Teflon washers. Nice. Oh, 2 different assist springs. Is the clip? Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes, yeah, excellence indeed is what they've patented here. Sometimes you see something that is just so amazing, so astounding, so wonderful that it just... This is the pocket clip. You may be thinking to yourself, well, Nick, yeah, of course that's the pocket clip. What's your freaking problem here? The pocket clip screws are right here, here, and here. Now let's flip the knife over and look at the liner. They have just screwed the pocket clip into the pot metal thing here that is... They didn't even bother to tap the freaking... guys. What's this action? Oh, that's just grease. Okay. Yeah, and here we go. And let's go on ahead and put you right here. Put that there. Okay. So now we have, oh, hold on. There's a spacer that needs to go right here. Drop that out of there. Here we go. And we'll put that here. Beautiful. Oh, there's a spacer up on the top too. That's right. Here's your spacer. That goes there. Now we put this spacer over here. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is, oh, there's one more spacer. Why is there only one more spacer? Why do we have an odd number of... Okay, whatever. We're working with it. We're working this. Okay, so now this goes here. Why? There should either be more or fewer spaces here, guys. Okay, whatever. We're going to go ahead and put you there. That way. Okay, now we're going to drop the pivot through right here. And we'll drop the pivot through on the other side. Beautiful. We are going to go on ahead and just stack up some Teflon washers here just as a memorial to how freaking awful this knife is. Where is the other washer? I know you're around here someplace. Being terrible. Screw that. Oh, look at the quality of this washer here. Looks like it was attacked by a bunch of freaking piranhas. There you go. And now we're going to go ahead and drop this onto here. Beautiful. Now we drop this here. Excellent. Now we take this. Oh. Okay. And we're going to put a little bit of a screw right here. Slide this into place. Put this little guy here. I've got plans, guys. I am reassembling this knife such that it is safe. There we go. Come on. Get in there. Little bugger. Oh, don't pop loose. Don't fight me. I'm the human. I'm going to freaking win this. Okay, Bat Cat? Jackass. Ay, ay, ay. The Z Hunter just ranked up indeed. Now, why are you... Okay. Now, finally, we're going to put the freaking pivots back in there. But since there is no longer everything pivoting... Yeah, this is so bad, it's taken away my capacity for language. Guys, long time. Oh, I didn't... That's right, I didn't oil it. You're right. Hold on. Let's take this. Put this here. All right. And there we go. Oh, you're right. I did forget to lubricate this. So, hold on. Hold on. Let's see here. So now it's time for a little bit of Nick Shabazz style lubrication. And so we got ourselves some nice mineral oil here. Just going ahead and pour that through there. Perfect. Case closed. Problem solved. This knife is now perfectly freaking safe. It is well lubricated in the Nick Shabazz tradition. And somehow is probably still slightly better. Oh yeah, size comparison. Spyderco-Delica. Anyways, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have enjoyed this wonderful live stream. That you have enjoyed seeing the Bat Cat rendered finally safe. This could be a really nice hood ornament or something like that. If you want to make sure that nobody ever messes with your car because they assume you're going to be contagious with something. And that you enjoyed these terrible freaking knives. Where is my other terrible freaking knife? Well, okay, that's a really ambiguous statement in my life. Come here. Oh, that's right, I threw it on the ground after I burned my freaking self with it. Yeah, so anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed this train wreck of a video and that you have yourselves just an absolutely wonderful and well lubricated rest of your day. Night, everybody.